Hello and welcome to my shop. My name is Tracy Maxfield and this is Hammer Down Woodworking. I thought I'd take this opportunity. I was staining some pieces for a piece of furniture that I'm making for a customer. And I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you my technique for staining. There's nothing special about it, but it does work. I get very good results from it, and I'm going to share that with you on the process that I do. Now I've got two pieces here. This one I've already pre-stained, and I'm going to pre-stain this one, showing you how I do that, and then I'm going to stain this one, showing you how I do that. First off, let me show you what I'm using. The pre-stain is Minwax's Prestain wood conditioner, and I use a foam brush to put this on. I know you think cheap when you think foam brushes, but if you try these with doing pre-stain and your oil-based stains, you'll see that they work very, very well. And here's how I apply this. I don't know if I can get this where you can see this on camera or not. And when I'm applying stain or the pre-stain finish, if you'll watch, if you can see it, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's kind of dark down in there, but I will just barely touch it till I see that ripple. And sorry about that, all I'm getting wet is just the edge of this. The foam will suck that up in that. I'm applying it. I'll start and just drag it across the board. Didn't quite hardly get enough on that one. You couldn't see what I was doing, and I couldn't see what I was doing either. Just a small amount. Drag your brush across the surface and let the wood pull the conditioner out of the brush into the fibers. You don't want it flooded on there. You want enough that you want enough, but you don't want so much that it's just puddled and laying on top of the material. Because we're not staining the middle of these pieces, we're just staining the outside. You just pull it across it slowly. If you get in a hurry with it, all you're doing is making a mess for yourself. And it don't take a whole lot. Like I said, all I'm getting wet is just probably the first 1/16 to an eighth of an inch of this, just in and right back out, and it will suck up all that it needs. After I have coated the entire surface, you see all these dab marks up here. That's where I'll knock any excess out of my brush. It's on that piece of paper. And then if there is any pooling at all on the material, I will go through and spread that out to help it dry faster. It don't dry as fast when it's laying in a little puddle. And you will want to wait anywhere between 15 minutes up to as long as 2 hours, depending upon how much you put on there and what kind of wood you're using. This right here is maple. And this is the piece that I put, it's already dry. I put the pre-stain on it about 15 minutes or so ago, and it's already dry, so we're going to stain that now. And this right here is Minwax's dark walnut. 2716 is the number on it. That's the stain that we're using on this. And I will do the exact same thing with this as I did with the pre-stain. I will just barely dip just about the first 1/16 of an inch of that V that's in that into the stain. And actually that is a lot of stain. And you can just smear that on there and then start pulling it out and pulling it toward the edges. I don't go right to the edge right off the bat. I don't want it running down the sides. I will get back away from the edge a little bit and then spread it out. And always go in the direction of the grain. And a lot of people put stain on and then wipe it back off. And when you do that, that's fine if that's what you want to do. I don't do it because I've already took the effort to wipe this in the direction of the grain, and I don't want to be going this way on wet stain, just smearing it all over the place, getting that excess off. I'll show you how I get my excess off here just in a few seconds. Your excess that is up here on the part of the board that you've already stained, it's just sitting there. It's not serving any purpose right now. Just go up there and collect some of it on your brush and keep bringing it down. If you want your wood darker than what you're getting it, just add more stain. Because it literally does not take a lot of stain. If you're putting it on, in my opinion, of course everybody's got an opinion, but if you're putting it on and then wiping it right back off with a rag, you're causing yourself extra work. And when I get this spread down to where I'm almost where I'm at, won't be at with the shade, whether dark or light, same thing as with the pre-stain, I would just start, I've got a piece of construction paper right here, I would just start knocking excess stain out of the brush on that piece of paper and then just go back over. And when you go across the board, as the brush gets to the end of it, it's got all this buildup that you've from this complete swipe, and it's going to make a dark spot right here. One thing that you can do to get rid of that is go into it. You want to make a full swipe. Of course, you get that dark spot. Get some of that excess off your brush, and then start halfway or so through the board, but already have your hand going in that motion as you go down and collect it right off of there. And the same thing going back the other way. And just keep doing that till you get it evened out. Then you can set that aside and let that dry as is. Of course, it takes about 24 hours or so for this oil-based stain to dry, but you can set that aside. So what I'm doing, I've got them set all over the shop and just let it set up, and then you're ready for your coat of polyurethane, unless you want to put another coat, darken it up even more than what you are. And there's that board that I just done. I'm trying to let you see all the way across it without the lights glaring in it too much from the ceiling. I hope you find that helpful. If so, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.